On Sunday, we had play rehearsal. Presently, there's something going on at the theater, so we can't practice at the theater for another week. So we're practicing at someone's church. And I'm going to put in a couple scenes here. One is where Vita Louise is at the sanitarium talking to the nurse about putting Elwood in the sanitarium, and Wilson, the attendant, goes out to get Elwood and brings him in. And the second scene is Dr. Chumley talking to Elwood about Harvey and what kind of benefits you can get from knowing Harvey.
Ask him.
This is his sister, Mrs. Simmons.
Oh, how do? I certainly be glad to escort him.
Thank you. The rate's here, Mrs. Simmons. You'll find them printed on this card.
That will all be taken care of by my mother's estate, the late Marcella Penny Dowd. Judge Gaffney is our attorney.
Now I'll go see if Dr. Sanderson can see you.
Dr. Sanderson? I want to see Dr. Chumley himself.
Oh, Mrs. Simmons, Dr. Sanderson is the one who sees everybody. Dr. Chumley sees no one.
Well, he's still the head of this institution, isn't he? He's still a psychiatrist, isn't he?
Still a psychiatrist? Dr. Chumley is more than that. He is a psychiatrist with a national reputation. Whenever people have mental breakdowns, they at once think of Dr. Chumley.
That's his office, isn't it? You march in there and tell him I want to see him. If he knows who's in here, he'll come out here.
Oh, I wouldn't dare do that, Mrs. Simmons. I would be discharged if I did.
Well, I don't like being pushed off onto any second fiddle.
Oh, Dr. Sanderson is nobody's second fiddle. He's young, of course, and he hasn't been out of medical school for very long, but Dr. Chumley tried out 12 and kept Dr. Sanderson. He's really wonderful. To the patients.
Very well. Tell him I'm here.
Right away.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear.
Rita, isn't this wonderful?
You mean that he actually...
Einstein has overcome time and space. Harvey's not only overcome time and space, but any objections.
Does he do this for you?
He's willing to at any time, but so far I've never been able to think of any place I'd rather be. I always have a wonderful time just where I am, whomever I'm with. I'm having a fine time right now with you, Doctor.
I know where I'd go.
Where?
I'd go to Akron.
Akron?
There's a small cottage camp outside Akron, in a grove of maple trees. Cool, green, beautiful.
Oh, my favorite tree.
Okay, I'd go there with a pretty young woman, a strange woman, a quiet woman.
Under a tree?
I wouldn't want to know her name. And she would only know me as Mr. Brown.
Why wouldn't you want to know her name? You might be acquainted with some of the same people.
I would send out for cold beer. I would talk to her. I would tell her things I've never told anyone else. Things that are locked in here. Then I would send out for more cold beer.
No whiskey?
Beer's better.
Maybe under a tree, but she might like a highball.
I wouldn't let her talk to me. But as I talked, I would want her to reach out, a soft white hand, stroke my head and say, "You poor thing. Oh, you poor, poor thing."
Then after rehearsal, we went to some little bar, some little place to have sandwiches and talk to know each other. And this is what the sky looked like. Look at the sky. Isn't that awesome? Pretty awesome looking sky. It's been raining a whole lot in St. Louis. There are actual major intersections and there are pieces of major highway that are closed. They're underwater. And tons of people that go to work that way have to find another way to go. It's really bad. And there are several places that are low-lying areas where people were told by firemen and police and all that they need to get out of their homes. They need to go somewhere else because their homes just might be swept away. We have some major rivers. There's a lot of rivers in Missouri. We've got the Quiver River, the Missouri River, the Mississippi River, the Big River. I think the Big River is the one that flooded out the highway in South St. Louis County. It's really bad, and I feel real bad for those people. It didn't rain today, and it might not rain tomorrow. I don't know, so I need to find out when I can mow the grass between rainstorms when the grass isn't too wet. Yeah, at that little meeting thing that we had after the play rehearsal, people were talking and all, and there's one particular person in this cast that does not like me. I believe she does not like me. I don't know why. I do nothing to antagonize anyone that I know of. She likes attention. I guess I'm going to call her a diva. But she likes attention, and she is always trying to one-up me. For what? We have we're two different ages, two different parts. I'm doing this thing over here, she's doing all of that over there. There is no competition. Unless she thinks I'm going to steal the show with my crazy part. I'm not going to steal the show. I might steal that scene. Because it is a really wacky scene. And I've done that part before, and I've done many parts like that one before. So I'm totally comfortable in that character. I guess she's just worried that she's not good enough. And she is. She shouldn't worry. But I just felt real bad. And I came home and I cried a little bit. And then this morning I had a nice little pity party for myself, and I cried some more. I stayed up last night because I wanted to hear the winner of Friday's car entry for this car contest on TV. So they announced the person's name. They live in a nice, rich neighborhood. And I'm thinking, yeah, well, figures. And then they gave another word of the day. And I'm thinking, oh, the contest is still on. Okay. So I entered again today. And so there's still hope. There's still hope. I did a little bit of this and that today, moving things around, getting them ready to put in the car to take to Goodwill. The reason I've been procrastinating is two of the things are pretty heavy, and I have to really feel decent in order to lift them up and put them in the car. I could call my brother for some help, but if I do, it's, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? How much did that cost? Well, you know, it's like never-ending crap. So I don't tell him that I'm donating stuff, because he would take it home and put it in their house, and they have so much crap you can't even get through it. So that's where today ends. Wednesday, I will have a joke for you, and I will also have a little video about the secret of corn. Upward and onward.